When you want to buy domain, I will explain domain and hosting together, having passed through the theory aspect of it. So when you want to buy domain, it is recommended that you get your domain and hosting from the same company. I have tell you about different company that we have that sells domain and that sells hosting. So it is recommended that you get it from from the same company. That will make it easier for proper integration into it. And when you're buying domain and hosting, what you should consider, as I've said some of them before, is that don't just consider the price. You consider that the hosting you are purchasing, will it be okay for what you want to use it for? So if a web designer is telling you that your site will cost you roughly 250,000 a year, don't just doubt them that they want to cheat me. Not at all. What you should be assured of is that what are the package that I will have? My server, what will it take in terms of space? How will the space be? How many space will it be there? So those things needs to be considered. Because if you are considering the payment, the fee that you see in all this hosting, at the end of everything, your site may not work properly. Even in domain also. No, domain we have different of them and their price are different. Though I've told you different kind of organizations that use them. So we have different organizations that use those domain. Nevertheless, also due to the country we have, we have some that they have they have tried to modify them so that it can fit into our country. So if you're a type that you want to have a subdomain, you want to have a domain for international market, you should not be considering going for domain that is only made for Nigeria. So you need to consider that you need to get a domain that is more than that of Nigerian market. And if you are using price to get your domain, at the end of the day, you may not get the proper one for your website. So I don't want to go into much explanation again. Once you want to have your domain, there are a lot of sites that you can buy it for. But let's go to this particular one among the one that we have talked about, Bluehost. Let's go to Bluehost. This is Bluehost. We have it here. This particular one here is Bluehost. All the one you are seeing here, they are ad. You can see it. They have ad. Though it's also Bluehost, but it's advert. You can see it here. They are advert. But let's go to their website. And if you don't see this one, you can click on any of those ads. Also, they will link you back to Bluehost. So let's click on it. It will load for us. Now this is Bluehost. And from this Bluehost, you can get your domain and hosting. So all you just have to do here is to follow, many of us, or let me say 99% of us, we know how to register on new platforms. So what you just have to do here is just to register on a new platform. It's not that they have special thing there, but how do you go about it? The first thing you need to do is to check the hosting you need to buy. If you are buying the domain and hosting together, just go for the hosting. They will link you to where you are going to get the domain. But if it is domain you want to buy, just go to their menu. You can see their menu here and click on domain. Once you click on domain, they will link you to their domain site. Then type in the domain you want to buy. Let me say bootcamp bootcamp, bootcamp 5. Now come to this .com. Which one do you want? Is it .com? Is it .net? Is it .org? .online? Anyone you want. Their prices are different, but let's go for .com. Search, and it will tell us if we have that hosting. If we have that name, it will tell us. If someone has not picked it, it will let us know. You can see we have bootcamp, but how much is bootcamp? How much is the host? How much is the domain name rather? How much is it? I think this is the price here. Add-on plus protection to each domain for 11.cc, but we don't need that one. If they add this thing to it for us, if they should add this thing to it for us, our domain will be more than what the price will be, more than what we should get. But this is our domain. This is the price here. You can see it here. That is what I want to show you. This is the total price of our domain. So sorry about that ad. So sorry. Let me go back. This is the price. This is the price here. That means for the domain, at the end of the year, we are going to pay 24.87. But it is not only that domain that is 24.87. They have added some features to it. Let me go back and remove it. Okay, this thing. Let's remove it. Let us remove it. Okay, I have tried to remove it now. Let's now proceed and see how the price look like. Okay, there is a particular place I want us to get to. The price. Now you see it take us back here after we pick our domain. We have already picked our domain. This is the price of the domain, 24.87. That is their own price. But when we want to continue, it takes us to this place that we should select one thing. We need to select hosting for that domain. We need to select hosting. If you don't select hosting, your domain will not work. The domain alone cannot work on its own. You need to add it to hosting. It is the domain and hosting that works together. Are you getting it? So that is why it asks us to select the hosting. It is very important. And if you don't want to select, you can just proceed, come to add free hosting. Now we have selected that add free hosting, because if you select this one, this business and all of these things, it will added to this cart. But let's select add free hosting from this particular company and proceed, so that we'll be able to check out. Now here you need to fill your details, fill every details that you need to fill, and here you need to fill your card number. Then you come down here. Now this is where we are going to remove this thing. The reason why we are having this 24,850 is because of this protection and privacy that they added. They have added a price of that one to it. Normally some company will not add it. You are the one that will go and buy it. But Bluehost, they are trying to protect your website. That's why they give you the option to do that. But normally the price of the domain we want to buy, which I want us to see here, is this. The price is this. 12. The price is 12.99 per year. So for that domain alone, you are going to be paying $12.99, which is equivalent to, let us go and check. Presently now, let's say dollar is around 615 times 12.99, which is equivalent to 8,000 naira per year for the domain alone. For the domain, there are some domains that the price are lower than that. There are some companies that they give you lower price. Like when we check Nigeria's company now, their price for .com domain, some of them their price are not that much. Let's go to one Nigeria company, one of the company that we mentioned, Bluehost. Let's go to Bluehost. Let's go there and search for domain price. You can see, let's search for bootcamp 5 and click on register. It will load for you. No, this one is not giving us .com. Don't worry, it will load for us. It is different companies has their different way of designing their website, so it will surely load. Now see their own .com. Their own .com is, this is their .com. Their .com bootcamp 5.top, no, bootcamp 5.com is 5,700. That one is still more preferable. Minus 5,700, we still have about 2,300 as extra per year. So that is why I will not fully recommend that this is the company you must stay with. No, but I will put you to everything that needs to consider, because all of these companies, also there are some companies that their own price is even cheaper than this Google host, but we can't go for them. Why? Is because price is not the only thing we consider when you are buying your domain and hosting. There are some other things you need to consider. You need to consider how fast will your server be, because the company you are hosting your website from, also their server must be okay. If their server is not okay, it will affect your website. 2, how far is their customer care? How far will they respond to your messages? So all these things are very important, because when you experience error and you don't know what to do again, you need to contact their customer service. They are going to be the one to respond to what you are experiencing, so that they can resolve it for you. So that is how to check domain. So let's come back and use this Nigerian site, because of people that will be using this Nigerian site. So if you want to buy the hosting and domain, I said it that it is recommended that you buy it together in the same place. And if you are buying it together, sorry, I don't want to log in because I have an account with them. I don't want to log in. Just let me go back. So if you are buying it with them, you need to check every necessary things that must be checked. Now come here, type the name you want to use for your domain. You type it here, and if that name has been picked, they will let you know that okay, the name is not available. Let me search for this, and let us see if it will still be available. There is a particular name, speedhost.com.ng. speedhost.com.ng. Let us search for this name and see what you are going to have. I want us to check something. speedhost.com.ng is still loading. So you need to take a look. You can see this is what I'm talking about. speedhost.com.ng is unavailable. Nobody can register a name that has been registered. So if the name is not available, this is the message you are going to see, because this name has been registered. That is why I use it to search. So you cannot buy it again. If you like that name and you want to buy it, you need to go and buy it from the owner. Those that have bought it, you need to go and buy it from them. You can see that we have other domain. Since speedhost.net is not available, we have others. speedhost.ngo, another person can still buy that one. speedhost.app, another person can still buy that one, but at the rate of 26,200, 10,000 naira for only domain, not for hosting and domain. Now let us consider that we are buying a cheaper domain because of our country, Nigeria. Let's buy a cheaper domain, which is bootcamp5.com.ng. The reason why you are saying this .ng is to specify that it is Nigeria. .com is the main domain name, is the main TLD. .ng is that it is Nigerian domain. So let's search for it. Not that because it is Nigerian domain, it will not go international. People can see it outside the country, but it will not be like the Nigerian. because it is specifically designed for people in Nigeria. So you can see we have it. Congratulations, bootcamp5.com.ng is available. Let us assume that we buy this domain at the rate of 1,200. I just want to explain the reason why some people will tell you that your price is your cost is 250,000, 150,000, 200,000 to host a website, a particular website. And the type of website that they'll be telling you that price, that will be maybe you want to host what is it called, a selling website, big company website. So you need some big space. Now you buy the domain for 1,200 naira. That is your domain. And after you have clicked on it, you click add to cart, click on checkout, then it will take you to this place. You can see the message this one is giving you, that no hosting. It's telling you that you want to purchase a domain, but there's no house that they will tag that name to. That is what it's telling you. Now what do? We need a house. We need a hosting. That is why Bluehost deliberately bring that hosting for us, so that we can pick from one of the hosting. Are you getting it? By the time you pick from one of the hosting, it will be easier. Because if you don't pick hosting, you can buy domain. If you don't pick hosting, no problem. But that domain will not be able to function very well. So no hosting. Click to add. You click on this blue, then it will take you to where you will add your hosting. Now, this is where we are going. This is where all the type of hosting that we have, this is where you can change them. We have them here. You can see we have the Nenos hosting, reseller hosting, SSL. All this one, the one you need here is just okay. They don't have their own. They don't have, what will I call it? They don't have shared hosting. They call their own Linux, but it is still shared hosting. You can see it here. You can see here, shared hosting. So they just changed the name. That they change the name does not mean that it is not what you are looking for. But this is what you want to consider before buying them. You can see that they have a package of 800 naira per month. Wow. We can try to calculate it. If I should buy a package of 800 naira per month, 800 naira, don't forget we have 1,200. 800 times 12, which is 9,600 plus 1,200, then you will not be spending more than 10,800 naira for hosting package and domain at the end of the year. And if you now have someone that you can just pay, let's say you'll be paying that person like 30,000 to develop your website for you, plus 30,000, which is 40,800. Then you now have a developer, someone that will be managing it for you. At the end of the month, you are going to give that person, anytime the person wants to post it on it, you have an agreement that, okay, like 3 times in a month, they'll be updating the website, since it's a company website, and you'll be giving them like 13,000 3 times in a month. That will be 10,000 per month, times times we have 40,800. That will be 10,000 times 12. Or if it is not up to that, let's say like 5,000 times 12, which is 60,000 plus 48,000, or let's complete 49,000. That is 109,000 minus 250,000. You still have extra 141,000 naira. So that may take you to conclude that these people want to cheat me. It's not like that. You are looking at the price here, but you should not consider the price first when buying hosting and domain. What are the things that you should consider first? Check here. These are the things that your package needs to function very well. These things that I circled here, they need it to function. So you need to check this particular package that you want to buy. What are the things that it will entail? Now, this package will give you 6 gig storage. which is very low for you to host a confirmed and professional website. 6 gig is just small thing. It is nothing at all. 6 gig is nothing. 30 gig bandwidth, that one is also very low. Unless you don't want visitors, you don't want people to come into your website at a go. So the package in this 800 naira own is very low, so it will not be advisable for us to go for it. But those that want to practice, okay, you want to use it for practical, you can still go for this one 800 naira with 1200 naira. Then that one will help you. That one will help you to start practicing what you want to practice. But if you are hosting a website, this type of package is not that good for you. Let's go to the second one. This one will give us 12 gig storage. You can see that the price are different, but we still will not go for that one. Now let's check this third one. This one will give us 25 gigs web space. The next one will give us unlimited web space. So for people that want to host something like that of company website, that want to host company website, they can start with this one, this particular one here, 25 gig storage. That one will still be okay. And if they are like, there's no money, they can start with this one. But if they start with this one, they will need to upgrade quickly, unless they don't want to store information on that site. Let's agree that they will be going for this one, this particular one, 2,300 per month. Now let's calculate it. If you are spending 2,300 per month, 2,300 per month times 12, that will be 27,600 plus 1,200. That will be 28,800 naira for domain and hosting alone. You are going to pay developer like 30,000. That is almost 58,800 naira. That is if you are having this particular space here. Now, if you are going for the unlimited, then you'll be paying 2,800 naira. 2,800 times 12. That is 33,600 naira plus 1,200. That is 34,800 naira. Let me minus this 1,200 and let us add plus .com domain, not .com.ng. You want .com domain, which will cost us the other one is like 5,600. That means we'll be spending 39,200 naira on hosting and domain. Hosting and domain alone. Hosting and domain. Without developer, without charges, without other things, the company that will be giving us the space will collect 39,200 naira per year. Now, after you have rented your house, you need to paint it, you need to watch it, you need to do a lot of things there. That is where the developer comes in. They now continue to build the website for you. So let's continue. Let's just continue like that. I think the little explanation I have told you, you have understand with the theory that we have talked about. So that should have been enough for you to understand the reason why you should not just go for price in hosting and domain, but what is inside of it. The content, because if you go for price, one of the things is that if you just go for price and you discover that this thing is not working as I want, by the time you want to upgrade, they will not refund the money you paid for the one you purchased before. You are going to pay another money for the new one you want to upgrade it to. So it will be a loss to your own side. So it's better to do it when you want to do it. Don't just consider that the price is too small. The price is small. There are a lot of companies that have posted it on Facebook with 200 naira host a website per month. Yes, we have them, but when you start building, that is when you will discover that all these things, they are not okay for building what you want to build. So once you click on the package, let's click on this 800 now because of what we want to do. Once you click on the package, it will take you to where you will buy the domain. it will take you to where you buy the domain. Once you click on the hosting package, we have talked, the hosting package is what we click on. Let me go back and start from beginning, because of people that may not feel understanding it because of all the explanation I've talked about. You come to their package, which is Nenos Hosting, then click on that package, order. So once you click on that package, we have already clicked on this domain, this one here. Assuming you don't have domain before, this is what you are going to see: register a new domain. But because we have a domain in our cart before, that is why you are seeing this one here. So you click on this because that is the domain we want to use. Then click on use. It will calculate our price for us. Now this is our price. This is our price. How do we want to pay for this package, this hosting package? Is it monthly? Is it quarterly? Is it semi-annually? Is it annually? Now there is another discount here for us. If you pay for annually, you will not be paying for that domain again. They are going to waive the price for you. If you pay annually, those are the benefits that are in there when you are paying annually. And at the same time, they will not be collecting the same price. This one is 800 naira. They will not be collecting the whole thing from you. It will be 800 times 12. That is 9600 minus 8000. They will give you two discounts: discount of 1600 and discount of domain. Now let's add this 1600 plus 1200. You can see now that we are having almost discount of 2800 naira left. That is if you pay for annually. If you pay for 2 years, if you pay for 3 years also, they will give you free domain and a discount will be there for you. That is how all the companies, that is how they do. But let's check the one we want to pick. Let's go for buy annually, because I will not be buying. You can see that when we pick buy annually, our total due today is now 16,000 naira. But let's go back here and click semi-annually. You can see the total is 4,800 naira. So they are still going to add the charges of that domain to it. But let's continue. Now we have other add-ons that you can pick from. All of this one I will not be talking about here now. We don't need it now. Don't just let me talk much on all this one. Just go straight and click on continue. Once you click on continue, it will take us to where we are going to buy. Now we can see now that our domain, they have removed the price of that domain. Before, the price is there, but because we are paying for annually, they have to remove for buy annually, they have to remove the price of that domain. So if I should change this thing to, if I should change it to like monthly and continue, let us see how it will look like. If I'm correct, let us see if I'm wrong. You can now see that the price of our domain is now 1,200 naira, and we are going to renew it for that same amount. But if we go for this yearly or by yearly, if you go for the yearly, annually or by annually, they will waive the price for us. We will not need to be paying for that amount again. You can see our domain has been scrapped, the price has been scrapped, and we will not be paying for renewal again. In as much we are paying for this package, we will continue to enjoy that domain with this package. So just continue and click on checkout. So once you click on checkout, now it will take you to this place. You need to fill your details before you check out. Come down. You can see that the same details that Bluehost show us is the same details that we are seeing here. So that is simple as it is. You just need to check out, then make your payment, and that is final. Once you have checked out and make your payment, they are the one that will send you a message, which is where we are going to start the practical of cPanel from, because without those messages, we'll not be able to do your cPanel login details. So that is how the checkout look like. So these are the methods you need to follow when buying hosting and domain, have it in mind. Don't consider the price first. Consider what you are going to enjoy in that package. It's like someone that wants to rent a room. If you consider that the room is 1,000 naira, you just jump into it without knowing that the room is leaking at the top, without knowing that there's no water around there, without knowing that the road is not good, without knowing that if there is rain, you'll not be able to see bike or tricycle except you trek for like 1 hour. Without understanding all these things, at the end of the day, someone will be blaming itself for going for such room. And if you want to leave, you have to spend another money to be renting another house. Even though if the landlord will give you part of the money, fine. But the landlord will not give you agreement fees back. Then you still have to go and pay for another agreement fee in another room that you want to go and rent. That's why you need to consider that. So consider your hosting as the house you want to rent, and consider your domain name as your own room, what people will use to locate you in that house. Okay, we are going to Sholape's room. People have already known that this is Sholape's room. So those are the things you need to consider, and please make sure you look into what they have properly before you jump into purchasing them. So if you have any other questions, feel free to contact me, feel free to message, feel free to send it to the class, to the group, then we pick it up from there and continue with it.